What's the crack? Bit cooler out here now, which is great for fucking working out in. So just had a wee wiring job, and just interesting when you start and think about it out that genealogy is going to be handy, not a bad job, but sometimes it can take a lot longer than you think. So here we have this aftermarket kind of fog light in for this yoke, because this yoke came with no fog light at the rear. So initially we did do the boo-boo when we wired it into the side light, so it had to get rewired into the main beams. So I think I had to get the feed for that, and inside there was no obvious feed because I have no wiring diagrams, but there was no obvious feed there, so I had to go searching for that. So our feed is on either one of these two in the engine bay here, on these two 15 amp micro fuses. So that was grand, so we just had to run wire up to that. But of course, to get through the wire and to do it properly, we had to take out the wheel arch, and there is the joint there to get into the inside of the car, and down through there, as you can see, my wire is this one here and down into there. So then the next dilemma was, so we knew where we were going to take our switch for the switch inside, which has its own relay and all that inside, which is grand. But if we were to put in a jumper, like a wee jumper fuse there, so we'd have like something like, say, this by here. Obviously these are micro ones, so then the only problem is we'd have to drill in the side of here and run the wire down. And then we also found that where that is going to sit, which would have been just in here, that would have been sitting on top of that fuse as well. So that really didn't want to work out for me. So what we ended up having to do is take out the fuse box, split it, and run our wire in underneath through the fuse box on that wire there. So yeah, as I said, when you think, I'll just run that wire and it'll be grand, but no, it can actually work out a lot harder than you think it is initially. But we have it all there now, so we go there now, there's the main lights there now, and off and on. Yeah, so job's a good one now, so just on to the next one. See you later.